Hey guys, it is Wednesday, June 19th. Bitcoin's at 65,100. And the title of this episode is The Howey Test is a Joke. And why is the Howey Test a joke and what is the Howey Test? Well, let's start with the second thing. What is the Howey Test? The Howey Test is the SEC's framework for what constitutes a security. It's a 80-year-old test that was created for orange growers. Basically, it says that if you have an investment of money into a quote-unquote collective enterprise, meaning the money is pooled and there is an expectation of return from the efforts of a promoter or the efforts of others in the text, then you have a security. So it's really like interpreting the tea leaves of something that is not meant for cryptocurrency. And, the SEC has basically used this very, very loose framework to sue out of oblivion many companies and ignore other companies. So, this has been the pattern for the last 6 years or 7 years that I've even been remotely involved with crypto. It's always been Howie, Howie, Howie. There's been literally $1 billion that has been spent on legal fees, analyzing these couple paragraphs of text in this legal opinion from 1930 or so. Ethereum was on the verge of being declared a security by the SEC as little as 2 months ago. They had filed suits against Consensus, against the Ethereum Foundation. They had talked about staking being a security. They had signaled the ETH ETF was not happening. And then all of a sudden, Ryan Selkis and David Bailey drum up support for Trump being orange-pilled. And all of a sudden, this entire thing gets thrown out the window. Lawsuits are no longer happening. And, the ETH lawsuits are dropped and we're now signaling that ETH is going to have an ETF. So to me, this is completely arbitrary. It reminds me of like the Russian government system, where, Navalny is thrown in jail, comes to Russia, thrown in jail for, I don't know, plotting terrorism activities or whatever. Anyways, we're in that kind of 1984 kind of world. What do I think should happen? I don't think this Howey test should even have been in existence. Thing does not apply. A lot of the, we should be in a world where people can do stuff without these regulators weighing in the way that they have, fining people and then keeping the money. So it's not really for the benefit of people. They're just taking billions of dollars and using it to fund their own operations. So that's the SEC. But we see more broadly that we're in this massive political game. And the political game now is to get elected, right? So one possible implication of this is if it only takes one phone call to change the SEC, maybe it only takes one phone call to get the Fed to start lowering rates, because I think that will definitely have an impact on the next election. So I think that I have to bet that they're gonna start cutting rates. They're gonna figure out how to do it. They're gonna figure out how to make it palatable. And I know Jay Powell is wants his legacy there, but they're going to force him to cut rates, I think. Anyways, all this stuff's bullish for crypto. It's ultimately bullish for Bitcoin too, because if we get lower rates and if we kind of lay off the regulation on self-custody and all the rest, that's good. So yeah, so that's the thing. It's a disappointing world where all it takes is a phone call to change things. Anyways, that's my update for today. Happy Howie Wednesday.